Oh, okay. So part three. This is the final part of the info product broke down as a growth operator within this mini series. And in this final part, I will basically summarize and go through the most important parts of offering that info product you should provide in the early stages as a free way to basically redirect them or upsell towards a paid info product eventually. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump straight to it. So in the last episode, I basically went through the process of the free info product and why it's important to focus on a mass audience and eventually scale into a specific audience. So yeah, let's just continue and elaborate a little bit more on that. So as you guys can see, it is super important to have your info products as visual as possible. Like nowadays, the people not only have an attention span like a banana, but people are very, very visual. And I believe, statistically speaking, that women are also visual as well. Oh, sorry, more visual than that females are in general, more visual than male. So if you have an info product that is tailored towards a female audience, you need to have more visuals. So as you guys can see, I have quite a few photos. Again, I mentioned this in episode 1. I'm not too sure if I have copyright licenses for this, but do not sue me, guys, like please. Anyway, so visual there, carbohydrates, and again another visual, carbohydrates more, visual, fruits and vegetables. This is so important, by the way. As an info product, if you guys are offering a PDF or a template, literally ask a lot of questions, like rhetorical questions that follow up with an answer. Like, how many portions of fruit and vegetables should we have every day? Because you guys always have to imagine and realize that you are serving the audience. So visualize how you would be if you were there in their shoes. So you are a user, you are a person who's interested in this product, and you guys go through this, let's say this PDF, this file, like what are the questions you would ask yourself? And you can sometimes find out these questions through surveys, but you can literally logically ask these questions yourself. And if you ask these questions within your PDF file, there's a high likelihood that a lot of other people are asking this question, and giving them a solution to a question is something that is always very nicely done for your audience. So blah blah, what is a portion? Dairy and alternatives, fats, oils and spreads. More visuals, and this is a very important one as well. So as you guys can see, by the way, I am super detailed and conscientious when I structure these layouts and these files. So as you guys can see, because the reason why I'm saying this is because you guys will realize why I post specific, let's say, visuals or text the way they are, because there's always a reason behind it. But anyway, so the reason behind this is, as you guys can see, I posted a Muslim photo and the importance of fasting. If you guys saw the previous video, you guys will realize that I touch upon the 7 core desires. Now this is one as well, because religion and personal belief is super important. If you are able with your info product to touch or at least highlight some of their 7 core desires, which I have done here specifically, which is their religion and belief, then there is a stronger effect of triggering an emotional response. So for here, I made an example comparing, fasting with Muslims and basically some of the commonalities with intermittent fasting for like fat losing people. And I would like to elaborate that both of them are very similar. So that also kind of talks about the idea of corresponding. I like to call it the corresponding effect. So basically, if one person is, triggered in a positive way, let's say, oh, it's a good religious benefit, then at the same time that it will correspond to the other effect, which would, make them lose weight for the physical or practical aspect of it. So more visuals, intermittent fasting, before and after. Before and after is super powerful, especially if you guys are in the fitness niche, like showing them a desired result and a current state of basically before and after. It would be super like interesting for them, because people are always interested like in the future. They always want to know the outcome without literally understanding the entire process. So showing them the results throughout the file or throughout the process of your info product is always like a good way to bring back their attention. So that is a tip from my side. But yeah, okay, intermittent fasting, before and after again, red and blue, color psychology. Remember, red is always warning, blue is security and confidence, calmness, and detail, I guess. Here's a specific practical guideline I've used. Now, this is super important if you guys offer an info product. You have to realize that it has to be a practical guideline. So you have to offer your audience, like, for them to literally do it. So you're not just providing value or knowledge in the sake of providing value. Like, just don't do it like traditional teachers where they just write some stuff on the whiteboard, and then as a student you just sit in the classroom and then you look and then you're like, okay, now I'll write it down in my own notebook. It's like, no, like, if you want your info product to be very powerful for your audience, you need to provide a practical guideline. A practical guideline is basically actionable steps, what they should do, like what they have to implement. Because learning is one thing, but implementing is obviously another. But anyways, let's not drag on too much on that. Okay, now a gym plan, which is the final part of this file, is basically a simple exercise for any layman fat Joe to literally implement right away. And it is also an exercise. Remember the 7 core desires idea. I understand that not every fat person has a gym membership, hence why the exercises here are specifically or don't specifically require a gym equipment or some type of tool to perform these activities. So that is also the goal, because I understand, like, some fat blokes don't go to the gym because they are fat, and so offer them an info product which is a solution for that. Like, the idea here, guys, and I want to make this stance very, very clear, is you have to make it as lazy, 1, and 2, as convenient as possible for your audience. Like, if lazy people are fat, right? Sorry, if fat people are lazy and they don't have a gym membership, then don't make your info product like super difficult for them. Make it convenient for them. Like, it has to be a practical guide where they can literally start right away in the most convenient and lazy way possible. Like, convenience is literally key. So if you guys offer them a info product that doesn't require them to do like all these difficult steps, and like trust me, it'll be much better. Anyways, again, the Q&A, what are some of the common questions? Exercise and intermittent fasting. Can I exercise empty stomach? And questions about cardio and weightlifting. And then obviously congratulations. And congratulations is very important. So 1, not only should you acknowledge and appreciate like people putting some genuine effort and work, but number 2, like, it gives them a good feel-good factor. And a feel-good factor like makes people just generally interested to the point in where they're like, oh wow, like, I feel so good that this program has worked. What else does the creator offer? And so that's literally the one of the upselling strategy. And already they'd be interested to find out more, or if you offer other info products. And just in general, people would be more reciprocating in the effect that they are so grateful of what you provide that they want to give you something in return. So they could either do that by, finding out what more you offer, or, like, purchasing a paid info product if you would offer at this point. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys did enjoy this mini series at this stage, do give me a like button, because my personal goal is to always help at least one person. So if I've done that, then I would realize that my job is complete. But anyways, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys soon.